So he's only a Christian when it's convenient, right? For commercials, interviews, you know what I'm saying? But when it's time to really stand on business, he folds up and bows down to the Baphomet. And I say that because of the Last Supper. Out of all things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, they're gonna have transgenders come out because they wanna say everybody deserves to be loved and appreciated for who they are. Okay, but for them to do the Last Supper, for them to have those transgenders imitate the Last Supper, and I'm hearing that one of them had their genitals exposed, their nuts exposed. Stephen Curry, why did you still play? Why did you not stand on your Christian beliefs and say, no, I'm not playing in this game? Seeing as how they pretty much won over Serbia because of him, 34 points, right? Or something like that. So why did you not stand on business, Stephen Curry? Fake Christian. I told you, man, all these celebrities, athletes, they're all fake, man. They're all fake. They're all supporting the agenda. They'll tell you one thing and they do another. Don't never go by a person's words. Go by their actions. Go by their actions. Stephen Curry is also still married to his wife, even though his wife says she wants to be desired by other men. Even if that's true, you keep it to yourself. Your husband is an all-star. You don't come on fucking live TV and disrespect him like that. That is disrespectful. Why does Stephen Curry not stand on business and say you broke the vows? This marriage has to end. But we're not talking about his marriage. We're talking about him still playing in the game, still playing the Olympic Games. What about you, LeBron James? I thought you had morals. Why did you still play? Seeing as how they made a mockery of the Last Supper, making a mockery of Christianity. They want to kill masculinity. That is the goal. You people got to understand this, man. It is for the youth. I make these videos for the younger generation, 25 and under, 21 and under. The Olympics are done. They made a mockery of the Olympics. They're making a mockery of religion. They're killing masculinity. They don't even want religion taught in school systems. I'm sorry, but religion is a part of masculinity. You know why? Because it teaches discipline. For you to follow your religion to the T and honor whatever God you serve, you have to have discipline. You can't just be going out doing whatever you want. Or you're going to have to repent. Or one day you're going to face judgment day if you never repent. You continue to just act all wild and free and carefree, doing without wilt. When you do without wilt, like these Freemasons. All the NBA, all the NBA players, all the actors, actually all Freemasons. Once they make it to mainstream. Politics. They made a mockery of it. You got Trump with this fake assassination attempt. You got Kamala Harris bringing out Megan Thee Stallion twerking and Quavo. She's a chameleon, switching up her accent here and there. And come on now, what melanated man who actually values himself, his children, and the future of all melanated men if they're going to vote for a female who was locking up melanated men for petty weed crimes? What are we doing here, man? What are we talking about? I just did a video yesterday, which is for the white parents because mostly white kids follow Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, another one trying to kill masculinity. He was friends with that dude since 16. Since 16, he knew that dude was going to transition and leave his family and become a man. You got to understand this shit, people. Mr. Beast's friend had a whole family. I believe he had a son. He had a wife and a son. What is this son going to think? Why is my daddy a girl now? Should I turn into a girl too, mommy? You see how selfish that is, man? He's so focused on following the agenda for money and following Baphomet, following Satan, that he's willing to hurt his own child. That is hurting your child, man. He doesn't care about his child's future or his child's mental well-being. And neither does Mr. Beast, because he was okay with it as well. So what are we doing here, man? America is in shits right now. America is going down the freaking drain. It really is. I just seen a video the other day of a Chinese girl. She looked no older than like 7 years old, dude. She was doing backflips on her head, all types of weird kicks. She did a bridge and made her legs spin around while her head stood in the same place. And you know what a lot of 6, 7-year-old melanated females here are doing? Twerking. to Sexy Red because there was a video of a teacher crying because she was so hurt to see these children twerking a Sexy Red at such a young age. Do you know that in the TikTok in China, they're not allowed to post anything unless it's informational or problem solving? They can't post stuff about relationships. They can't post stuff about gossip and about sex and about their eyelashes and makeup and all this BS. They're not allowed to post that there from the TikTok in China. China created the app, but they let you post it here. They let you post that stuff here. Now, don't get me wrong. There are informational videos that people post here in the USA as far as nutrition, health, you know what I'm saying, good relationship advice. But there is a lot of BS still going on TikTok. There is, which is not allowed. It's banned in China. China is not emasculating their men like here in the USA. And I'm tired of people in the USA putting down China, man. You got to actually do your research. Because America is a hater. America is ran by a bunch of haters, man. China is super safe. China has cameras on every single corner. Everywhere you go, there's cameras. You should see how they treat the prisoners, the inmates. Oh my goodness, they're living lavish. They're living lavish. It looks like they're living in dorms. They actually have blankets, real pillows. They actually teach them discipline. They actually rehabilitate the prisoners. Not like here in America. Go ahead and watch the documentary. There's a documentary about it, about Chinese prisons. More than likely, if you go to jail in China and you come out, you're going to be a changed person because they're so strict. Like, they'll make you sit Indian style. Literally Indian style. You can't do nothing else. Can't talk, can't do nothing. They make you sit Indian style for what? Like 14 days, a month, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of punishments. Here in America, man, they want to treat people like animals. And they want men to become women. That's what they want here in America. It's disgusting, man. It really is. It's an abomination. What's going on is an abomination here today. And speaking back to the Olympics, I kept seeing this runner dude for USA, and he had pearls in his hair. Like pearl beads. Not at the ends like I had black beads. He had them all throughout his braids. White looking pearl beads. And then he had a colorful choker necklace, and he had his nails painted. I keep seeing this dude, because my job I work, I'm always watch the TV is right there. I can always see the TV. So I kept seeing this dude popping up, man. Every time, why I keep seeing this dude, man? It's been 2-3 days in a row. I keep seeing this dude with these pearls in his damn head and his nails painted and his colorful choker necklace. Why? Why do they keep showing this dude, man? Why are females okay dating men who paint their nails? Women got to be held accountable too. Women are responsible for this emasculization of men. As long as you pay her bills, you know what I'm saying? Or provide something financially for her, she's okay with you painting your nails. She's okay with you being a little zesty. It's sad. It really is. People are just so selfish. They only care about themselves. That they don't think about how the younger generation is affected by all this stuff that's going on. And then, you know what else I'm hearing? That you may have heard too? I'm hearing that there are certain states in this country that want to allow kids to change their gender. Children. They want to allow children to change their gender. Now, the first child I seen publicly change her gender was Jazz. I remember I Am Jazz coming on TLC. And these white parents were from Florida, I believe. And I watched a good amount of her transition. I even watched her when she switched over trying to date boys. They talked about her dating boys. And should she let boys know that she has private parts down there? They were allowing this stuff to be seen on TV. And I Am Jazz was up, what? A good 4 or 5 years ago? Correct me if I'm wrong. Grooming. Parents were grooming their fucking child, man. in front of our eyes. And TLC was okay with exposing this to the world. See, media plays a huge part. I don't blame people who cancel their internet. I don't blame people who don't have cable. I don't blame people who don't have smartphones, who get rid of their smartphone. I don't blame people who don't have social media apps. I don't blame you. Because if you grew up in the 80s or 90s and you see what's going on today, you got to be sick to your stomach. And it has to be bad for your mental. I don't blame people that are leaving the USA and going to Africa. I don't blame them at all. And it's sad. Like, America doesn't care. Just think about that. The fact that you are willing to go to a poorer country, a more rural, poor country, when you pretty much have almost everything you need at your fingertips here in America, you're willing to downgrade just because of all the fuckery that's going on here, the agenda that's being pushed. The economy. I don't blame you. You know what happened in my state recently with UI, with the UI company? Apparently, during the whole COVID time, right? So you have people receiving checks. You have people receiving checks, as well as people scamming on PP loans. Some people are still working under the table. Some people are still working a regular job and receiving checks. Cause I know my job, I had a warehouse job, but they still wanted us to work. They didn't give a crap about our health. But a lot of people weren't paying their electric bill. And you know what UI did? UI said, I'm gonna give y'all a pass, okay? But UI never told the government. So now that UI is stuck with this, you know what I'm saying, all these people that have these high bills unpaid, all this free electricity they done gave out, they looked for the government for help, and the government said, no, you never gave us any warning that you were going to give people free electricity during COVID. You never told us about that. Now you expect us to pay up? So you know what the governor did? The governor in the state I live in did? He made all our electricity bills go up $100. $100 extra to cover all the people that were too lazy and too selfish to pay their electric bills. And I'm pretty sure there were tons of men in those households. Understand what I'm saying? There were plenty of men living under those roofs, and probably men alone, you know what I'm saying, men that are responsible that did not pay their electric bills during COVID and were fine. They had the money, could have paid it, but chose to buy sneakers, chose to buy rims for their car, sound system, or whatever they blew their money on, wasted their money on, drugs. And now, hard-paying citizens like myself, taxpayers like myself, had to pay an extra $100 to cover for those losers. And again, I'm pretty sure there were plenty of men who were responsible for this. Straight up feminine, straight up soy boys. Always looking for a handout. People always gotta cover your behind. Gotta pick up the slack for you. Democrats are creating feminine men. That's what they want. They want all men on food stamps. They want all men on unemployment. They want all men getting their feet done and their nails done and painting it colors. They want all men to be in relationships with other men. They don't want men reprocreating. They don't want men having more children. They want men to go out and vote Democrat. They want men to respect feminists, to side with feminists. This is what they want in America. But I'm gonna end this video, man. I'm just really, really, really disappointed. I'm not even gonna say disappointed because I expect that from these NBA players. But man, Stephen Curry, he really should be ashamed of himself. He really should. I don't understand how any of these athletes look at themselves in the mirror. Any of these basketball players look at themselves in the mirror with confidence, knowing that you're playing basketball over there in Paris and that these people disrespected Christianity and had transgenders, you know what I'm saying, imitating the Last Supper. I just don't get it, man. These dudes don't stand for nothing, so they will fall for anything. And that's just what it is.